This isn't one of Cancun's mega resorts with 500 rooms and a lobby the size of an airport. Meliá Casa Maya sits at 258 rooms, tucked directly across from Isla Mujeres. And that smaller footprint changes everything about how a stay here actually feels. Whether that's a selling point or a deal breaker depends entirely on who's booking the trip. Quick one before diving in, Cancun's hotel zone stretches nearly 200 kilometers of coastline packed with resorts, and one very specific number tells you just how saturated this stretch of beach really is. Drop your guess for how many total rooms exist along that strip in the comments. The answer's coming at the end. Getting from the airport to the resort is the first decision point, and it's worth making before landing rather than scrambling for it at baggage claim. Cancun International Airport sits roughly 12 miles from Meliá Casa Maya, which puts the drive at somewhere between 20 and 40 minutes depending on hotel zone traffic. Private transfers are the easiest option for families hauling luggage and tired kids, since they're pre-booked and waiting curbside with a name sign. Taxis work too, though rates inside the airport are typically higher than hailing one once outside the terminal. Rideshare apps operate in Cancun, but pickup zones at the airport are restrictive, so confirming the designated pickup point in advance saves a lot of standing around. Rental cars make sense for travelers planning day trips beyond the hotel zone, toward Tulum or the archaeological sites further south. For a trip built mostly around resort time, though, a car adds a cost and a parking hassle that most guests here simply don't need. However the transfer happens, the destination is a beachfront property positioned directly across from Isla Mujeres, which means arrival itself comes with a view most guests weren't expecting on the drive-in. Check-in at a 258-room resort moves differently than at the mega properties nearby, and that's largely the point. The intimate scale means less waiting in line and, according to the general manager, closer contact with staff throughout the stay, not just at arrival. The room situation breaks into 7 categories, and the split that matters most is balcony versus no balcony. Standard Meliá rooms with ocean view come without one, relying instead on large windows that open, while every other category up the ladder includes a private balcony. All rooms come standard with air conditioning, a hairdryer, and wireless internet, so the differences between tiers come down to space and extras rather than basics. Families traveling with a full crew have real options here. The Meliá Suite Ocean View sleeps up to 5, with a maximum of 4 adults and 4 children. Go bigger, and the Level Grand Suite accommodates up to 10 guests total, split across 6 adults and 6 children, complete with a king bed and 2 additional double beds. The level tier sits above the standard categories entirely, and its suites add dining areas, some with kitchenettes, plus Nespresso machines, upgraded bath amenities, and welcome essentials like bathrobes and slippers for kids. It's less a room upgrade than a separate track within the same resort. The beach here is the reason most people book Meliá Casa Maya in the first place, and it earns that reputation. According to the resort's general manager, it's one of the most beautiful stretches of sand in Cancun, and largely unaffected by the sargassum seaweed that plagues other parts of the region. There's some present, he notes, but far less than elsewhere along the coast. Here's the part worth knowing before setting pool expectations too high, though. The pool's location and the angle of the surrounding buildings keep it shaded for part of the day, a quirk of the resort's layout rather than a design flaw anyone's hiding. The upside is a fix guests had actually been asking for. The pool is now heated, a recent change that makes up for the shade issue on cooler days. So, how does a typical beach day actually break down here? Morning sun tends to hit the beach directly, making early hours the strongest window for full sunlight and warmth. Loungers and umbrellas line both the beach and pool areas, and with only one main pool serving the property, mornings before the resort fully wakes up are the quietest stretch to claim a spot. If you're ready to see these views in person, the best current flight and hotel deals are linked in the description below to help book for less. Splash Island is the resort's water park, and it's built to cover a wider age range than the name might suggest. Slides exist for adults, not just kids, alongside a dedicated baby and toddler area for the youngest guests who aren't ready for the bigger attractions yet. The interactive water mirror is the standout feature here, a reflective play element that reacts to movement and tends to become the unofficial gathering spot for kids mid-afternoon. Around it, loungers and umbrellas give parents a place to actually sit down, rather than stand guard at the edge of a pool all day. Splash Island isn't tucked away as an afterthought either. It sits close enough to the main pool and beach areas that families can rotate between all three without a long walk, which matters more than it sounds like it would once a group includes kids at different energy levels and different attention spans. A snack bar near the water park was added as one of the resort's more recent upgrades, giving families a reason to stay parked at Splash Island through lunch instead of trekking back toward the main restaurants. Combined with tennis courts and beachfront activities like volleyball and salsa classes elsewhere on property, the water park functions as one piece of a larger activity schedule rather than the single draw carrying the whole day. Every part of Meliá Casa Maya leans family first, with one clear exception. The gym is the single space on the entire property reserved exclusively for adults, and it's open 24 hours a day, fully equipped for guests who don't want a vacation to fully derail a fitness routine. The YHI Spa covers the other side of that equation, opened as one of the resort's newer additions alongside the gym and the water park's snack bar. It runs daily from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., with treatments designed around full relaxation rather than a quick add-on service. Even the lobby and spa areas carry a boutique hotel feel that stands apart from the busier, more lively energy found around the pool and water park. For couples traveling within a larger family trip, or for parents handing kids off to Kids Dome for a stretch, the spa and the 24-hour gym end up functioning as the resort's two real escape valves. Everywhere else, the property leans hard into shared family energy, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it helps to know exactly where the quiet corners actually are. Here's the direct answer to who this resort is actually built for. Young families specifically. The general manager says it himself without hedging, and it shows in nearly every corner of the property. Kids Dome anchors the kids program, designed for ages 5 to 12 and built around a cast of original characters, Willow, Holly, and Tree of Life, who guide kids through an imaginative storyline set on a fictional island planet. It's less a standard kids club and more a themed world kids get pulled into for hours at a stretch through play-based activities built around creativity and problem solving. The honest caveat worth knowing before booking: this isn't the strongest fit for teenagers. Activities skew younger, particularly for guests in that 5 to 10 age range, who according to staff observations are having the best time on property, even on rainy days. Families traveling with teens might find the offerings here a bit thin compared to what younger kids get. It's also not an adults-only escape, and the resort doesn't pretend otherwise. Even during quieter, low-season stretches, there's no guarantee the property will be free of children, since nearly every space outside the gym welcomes families by design. The main lobby leans into this too, with pool tables and foosball sitting right out in the open, alongside restaurants that build kid-friendly dishes directly into their menus rather than treating them as an afterthought. Most resorts this size settle for 1 or 2 restaurants and call it a day. Meliá Casa Maya doesn't, and it's one of the details that catches travel advisors off guard on site visits, according to the resort's own sales team. Mercado functions as the main buffet, built around fresh, regional ingredients and offering the widest variety of property for guests who want options without committing to a single cuisine. Right next door sits the grill, both restaurants sharing large terraces that overlook the pool, which makes casual dining here feel less like a cafeteria and more like an extension of the beach day itself. For something more composed, Cape now leans into international dishes with genuine ocean views, the kind of setting that earns its reputation as one of the resort's more exclusive dinner spots. Casa Nostra covers Italian specifically, complete with a wood-fired pizza oven and a menu built around classics like pasta and pizza done properly rather than as an all-inclusive afterthought. The level tier unlocks one additional perk worth knowing about directly: the chef's table experience at Casa Nostra, running around $100 per person. It's described as one of the standout moments of a stay here, a genuine splurge night rather than just another included meal. The level guests also get exclusive breakfast access at Cape Now, choosing between buffet and a la carte, a small but real distinction from the standard tier. Meliá Casa Maya's location does a lot of quiet, heavy lifting, and this is where it actually pays off. The Isla Mujeres ferry terminal sits just a 10-minute walk from the resort, making a day trip to the island one of the easiest add-ons of the entire stay. No transportation planning required beyond walking there. Closer to home, the hotel zone itself puts nightlife, shopping, and the wider Cancun restaurant scene within easy reach, a real advantage for anyone in the group wanting a night away from the resort's own restaurants. For For something more cultural, the Maya Museum and the nearby Meco archaeological site offer a look at the region's history without requiring a full-day trip south toward Tulum. Entertainment options extend further out too. The Geo-Aya dinner show by Cirque du Soleil runs about an hour from the hotel, and the Excursions group's various theme parks give families another full day of activities beyond what's on property, whether that's snorkeling, catamaran excursions, or nature-based parks built around the region's cenotes and wildlife. As for timing the trip itself, the dry season stretching from December through April tends to bring the most consistent sunshine and calmer seas. Ideal conditions for snorkeling trips and beach days alike. Booking early morning excursions, whether to Isla Mujeres or one of the Excursions parks, is the simplest way to dodge the bigger midday crowds that build up across the wider hotel zone as the day goes on. That number from the top of the video? Cancun's hotel zone holds roughly 137,000 rooms, stretched across nearly 200 kilometers of coastline, with 95% of them running all-inclusive. Against a backdrop that massive, a 258-room resort with its own name for the kids running the pool starts to make a lot more sense. If you found value in this video, you're gonna love this next one.